Welcome to the Unruly Chefs channel network. Today we have a special guest. His name is Chef Jonathan Simpson. He is the creator, the founder, the boss, the CEO, the top chef for Jaba's Cup of Swims. So just to give you a background of who this person is. So he has been featured in the Jamaican Gleaner, the Jamaican Observer. He was also one of the 40 chefs that was selected to be in the Jamaica Food and Drinks Festival. Met you at the Picante event.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the food is really good. Tried the shrimp.
Yeah.
Also, he does the Summit Fridays Food Village, and his prepackaged shrimps are distributed across the whole island. So as you guys can tell, this guy is a big deal, I would say. And also, just a little bit of background of who this person is as well too. He's been working in the banking his past history is working in the banking industry.
Yeah.
Before jumping into the seafood industry. So without further ado, we have Chef Jonathan Simpson. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
Thanks for having me on your channel.
Where did that name originate from, and what does that mean to you?
All right. Well, the name Jabba. Jabba is really just a nickname that I got growing up.
Okay.
Some friends had this long name called Jabatino. Really don't know where it came from, but that eventually got condensed to Jabba. And so a lot of stuff that I would do, I would just say Jabba's drill, Jabba's sea, whatever it was, Jabba's. And so the pepper swims, of course, definitely was from, my experience of going to like the beach, to the stadium. You'd have these people walking by with a shrimp and they would say, swims. And I always find it funny, like why they call it swims,
Right.
on the shrimp. But it's such a Jamaican thing. So I was like, you know what? Let me just work with, the patois version of it. Yeah. So that's why I came pepper instead of pepper.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pepper sauce.
So essentially, it came from your personal nickname that you got here in Jamaica.
Well, Jabba, yeah.
Sure. Jabba, and then that's what it added on to everything else. Correct. So what inspired you to become a chef, and then how did you get started in the seafood industry?
So I would say it was more experimentation for me. I always loved cooking. So once I moved out and ended up on my own, I would cook. I'd invite people over. I'd research recipes. And the feedback was always very good. I know I always had a very good taste for food that tastes good. Right? So a lot of people, started to say, hey, you should do more food. I also learned a lot of recipes from my mom, my grandmother, various friends along the way. I would learn recipes and take all of those recipes and then kind of make them my own in terms of, tweaking it, adding maybe a different ingredient, but the methodology I would have gotten just from different sources throughout life. And so as that progressed and more persons started to gravitate towards it, then when I was at the bank and I ended up leaving the bank, I think just not wanting to go back into a 9-to-5 setup.
I understand that.
kind of, push me or keep me off the cliff, I would say, into, just being a full-scale chef and restaurant operator.
Yeah, and taking that leap of faith, right? How did you know that you were ready to leave that 9-to-5 to jump straight into it? So,
well, I didn't know. It was definitely a leap of faith. There was nothing. I had a cushion because I was given a redundancy at the time from the bank. And, our union negotiated a very good package for us. So I would say, I had at least a 1-year cushion to kind of experiment and explore what this business could do. But I wasn't sure. I tried to get some people on board with me from the bank to say, hey, let's pool our resources and do this business. But nobody really understood how I was going to make this money from selling shrimp.
And I bet you they're regretting it right now, aren't they?
I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure they have. But at the time, I was like, yo, somebody come, let's do it. I'm going to sell pepper shrimp. And they were like, nah. But even, they knew I could do the shrimp because before I left the bank, I had been selling the pepper shrimp within the corporate area around my business place for about 2 years. And the same people would order the same shrimp every Wednesday, every Friday. you know, from people from JMB, Sagicor, all these banks. And I used to have some friends in there who would collect like a list of names and say, you know, these people want shrimp. And that was my side hustle.
Got it.
So that I would say was my, what do you call it, market research.
Got it.
So based on that, I could make the assumption that the product is good enough for this subset of persons to order this shrimp every Wednesday, every Friday for 2 years. So I can multiply that effect. Then, you know, have a viable business.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And then, you know, going back to the whole banking industry. So what skills would you say that was transferable from the position that you were leaving from the bank to basically running the business that you have right now?
Well, definitely. I mean, in banking, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I would have, I mean, customer service. I mean, I know some people don't have the best experience in the bank, but I would say the bank does invest a lot in teaching good customer service. I think I got a lot from there where that was concerned. You know, just in terms of money management, then also having a structured work ethic in terms of the times that you get to work. So it's kind of helped me to manage the staff as well, the staff expectation and setting out certain goals and expectations for the team.
What makes you different from other seafood businesses, and what gives you that it factor?
Well, I think that God has blessed me with gifted hands.
Okay.
As it relates to food. My products, the food in the restaurant, we always put out a food that I would say has a higher taste profile than most restaurants in Jamaica.
Dig deeper. Dig deeper.
And so, I mean, like, it comes down to the seasonings that we use. You know, our method of seasoning. Some of the stuff that we season is seasoned over a period of time. You know, I've standardized a lot of recipes that we'll have here. So the staff here, you know, have learned to adopt that same methodology. So, I mean, it sounds very cliche, but I'm telling you, in Jamaica here, we have so many restaurants and so many chefs with a great ability, but the taste of the food sometimes doesn't match the look of what you're seeing.
Yeah.
You know, the textures don't match what you're seeing. And I think that is where we have really differentiated ourselves on our brand in terms of our taste profile is off the charts.
Right.
You know, we have a barbecue chicken here that, I mean, people, it's known for pepper shrimp, right? But if you come in here, you buy a curry goat. If you come in here, you buy a jerk barbecue chicken. I can guarantee you this is probably one of the best barbecue chickens you're ever going to eat.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just not something you find regularly. In Jamaica is a business where you can go in and almost everything you eat is going to be
Top tier. Got it. What sides can I eat with this? So is that just straight pepper shrimp? You know what I mean? What sides can I eat with this?
Well, all right, the pepper shrimp, the pepper shrimp itself, traditionally in Jamaica is just a street snack. So that's something that you grab on the road in middle quarters, or you get it at the stadium, you get it at the train line, you take it, you pop it. You know, most Jamaicans will eat shell, the body, the tail, everything. Right. But I mean, you have some people that are going to peel it and just eat the meat on the inside. But it pairs well with, funny enough, white rice. You know, we have sauce that we sell in the bag with the shrimp. You pour that over your rice. It's the best thing I'll ever have. I mean, you can use that shrimp to the pasta. You can use the shrimp with soups. Fried rice. I can actually use the pepper shrimp and curry it. And there's a whole heap of different styles that you can, with the same, because the shrimp already has so much flavor. It just adds to whatever dish you want to do it with. Yeah.
So it has a profile that could match with basically almost anything.
Yeah. I mean, we have a pepper shrimp pasta that we do here, which is pretty much the pepper shrimp, and we build a Alfredo pasta sauce around it. It's a huge seller.
What is your favorite seafood dish to make, or dish as a chef? You have 10 seconds.
Favorite seafood dish? I would say curry lobster.
Why is that?
Why? Because it is one of the tastiest things I think that I cook. Also the simplest. I guess that's why it's my favorite. It doesn't require a lot because the flavor of the lobster is so distinct.
Right.
you don't want to overpower lobster with too much. So you have your curry, you have your light seasoning, light salt, some spice, and then it's just the best thing ever eat.
I tell you what, I'm trying that after this.
There you go. There you go.
Yep. And so, with so much success that you've seen so far with your businesses, do you have any visions of taking this international?
For the restaurant, I have never set my visions there just yet. You know, but definitely for the pepper shrimp, you know, I definitely see the shrimp being a product that's distributed throughout the world, specifically in diaspora areas where we have a high density of Jamaicans, because for how we do pepper shrimp is not widely received, I would say, by the general North American populace, because I've been up to the States with pepper shrimp and they can't understand why the shrimp still has on the head on it. You know, why it's not
It's a taboo.
invading and they're like, oh my God, you know, but Jamaicans who are familiar with pepper shrimp, then once we're in a diaspora area where we can, you know, distribute it, New York, Florida, in Canada.
What are your future goals for your business? Or it could be as for being a chef or your restaurant on a whole.
Definitely, I would say where we are now, especially the location in Kingston, we're looking forward to having a space where people can come and dine. And also, I think we want to open a third location, ideally in Montego Bay, and just to be like the seafood brand that anybody coming to Jamaica, typically like how you might come to Jamaica, you have a couple of things that you need to do. You're gonna go to Hell Shop to get some fish, or you're gonna go to
Dunzer
Park or Dolphin Cove. You have to stop at Jabba's
for sure.
right? So I'm trying to establish myself as one, a Jamaican brand, but a strong Jamaican brand that what represents us is very, what I would say, high quality or memorable experience in Jamaican cuisine or culinary arts.
But Chef Simpson, I thank you so much for taking this time to meet with me today. And I'll definitely be back again, and to more success and blessings your way. So thank you so much.
Yeah, man, thanks so much for coming by.
Okay.